It was an ordinary Sunday, the kind where the air feels heavy with routine, where my wife and I passed each other like shadows in our own home. The silence between us had become familiar, like a worn-out coat we both refused to replace. She'd left for the grocery store, promising to be back in 20 minutes. I was in the kitchen, filling a bowl with cereal for our daughter Emma, when she grabbed my sleeve. Her voice was barely a whisper. "We need to leave, Dad. Right now." I froze, cereal spilling onto the counter. Emma's eyes were wide, unblinking, her small frame trembling. I tried to laugh it off, a nervous chuckle, asking, "What's wrong, sweetheart?" She didn't answer, just pointed toward the staircase, her finger shaking. She didn't need to say who. The fear in her gaze said enough. "We don't have time," she whispered, urgent, her voice cracking. At 8 years old, she was too young to fake that kind of terror. It wasn't a game, it was survival. I grabbed my keys, and we left. No bags, no locked doors, just the two of us running to the car. As I drove to the police station, my mind raced, replaying the last month. Every time my wife said, "I'll be quick." Every creak in the house when it should have been empty. Every time Emma stared past me like she saw something I didn't. The police brushed us off at first. "Kids have big imaginations," they said. "Wives run errands." But Emma's hand in mine was cold, her grip desperate, like she was anchoring herself to me. That wasn't imagination. That was instinct. I refused to go back until they checked the house. An officer went for a routine inspection. Halfway through, his radio crackled, his partner's voice sharp. "There's something in the attic." Not a burglar, but evidence. A pile of men's clothes, too clean to be old, too hidden to be accidental. And a phone, stashed behind the furnace, still powered on. One text, sent an hour before she left for the store. He's asking questions. "Stay quiet today. I'll bring food." She'd been feeding him, hiding him. Every smile, every casual excuse about late nights or missing milk. It was all a performance. I'd thought the distance between us was my fault, my failure to bridge the gap. But it was hers, balancing a double life. I didn't confront her, not yet. She came home with grocery bags, apologizing about the store being out of oat milk, her voice light, practiced. I watched her, studying the way she moved, the way her words felt rehearsed. Over the next few days, I grew quieter, distant. She filled the gaps with stories I didn't ask for, nervous chatter, the kind that spills from guilt. I dug deeper, changed my phone plan, pulled the call logs. She'd been texting the same number during her lunch breaks for months. I checked our neighbor's security footage, a camera triggered by motion. The car in the driveway late at night wasn't ours. Registered to a Daniel T. Harper. Single, no kids, address a dead-end P.O. box. Emma stopped sleeping, started sketching doors with shadows behind them. She never said his name, but her fear filled the silence. I gathered everything, texts, footage, timestamps, and printed it out. One evening, I walked into the kitchen where she was stirring coffee, her back to me. I placed the folder on the counter without a word. She froze, then turned, her eyes flickering to the papers. She knew. She opened the folder, scanned the evidence, and the coffee cup slipped from her hand, shattering on the floor. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," she whispered, her voice breaking. I said nothing, just nodded. Her apologies came in waves after that. She scrubbed the house, cooked meals we didn't eat, touched my arm like it could erase the truth. I let her try, let her think she could rewrite the story. Then I made the call. Social services. I turned over the evidence, the messages, Emma's drawings, her quiet testimony about the voice in the vents. I didn't fight for the house or for her. I wanted Emma safe. I moved her to my brother's place, filed for divorce, and had the papers delivered to her office. No drama, just an envelope and the weight of her co-workers' stares. I walked away without looking back. We sold the house to a young family, oblivious to its ghosts. Emma's drawings are of flowers now, not doors. She never asked about him, and I never looked him up. Some secrets fester when buried, but this one needed air. Monsters don't always lurk in the dark. Sometimes they pour coffee and lie with a smile. I never thanked her for going to the store that day, but I should have.